Namaskar students. Once again, I am happy to welcome you all for this advertising lecture. In the last lecture, I talked about the meaning and definition of advertising, the features or characteristics of advertising. I also talked about advantages or benefits of advertising. The benefits or advantages of advertising to manufacturer or the benefits and advantages of advertising to customers. I also talked about different types or forms of advertising. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss about IMC, that is integrated marketing communication. Now what is the meaning of integrated marketing communication? Integrated marketing communication is a broad marketing concept that outlines the basic expectations within effective marketing that all communications are integrated. In other words, integrated marketing communication is strategic goals of marketing communication. It creates awareness, it builds positive image, it identifies prospects, it builds channel relationships and retain customers. Dear friends, it is very important in today's world to build positive image. Your positive image plays very important role in the market. Once the positive image is created, your brand is created and brand results in best marketing output. That is, your sales volume will increase and finally your profits will increase. So IMC plays very important role. It is related to the promotion mix. The promotion mix includes advertising, sales promotion, it could be salesmanship, it's a public relations, it's direct marketing and personal selling. Now let's try to understand the elements of integrated marketing communication. Now when we talk about integrated marketing communication elements, there are various elements. It starts from public relations. You must have public rapport. If you have that type of rapport, definitely the market will increase. You will have a brand image in the market. Then second one is social media. In today's modern world, social media plays very important role. So with the help of social media, we can have very good relationship with all the customers and we can have a long-term rapport with our customers. Then apart from social media, we have trade shows or special events which results in advertising or advertising the product. Another point is direct marketing. In direct marketing, customers are approached directly by the manufacturer. Now, apart from that, web development and e-communication. In a modern world, e-communication plays very important role. Now, because of Corona situation, now we are having e-communication. We are not meeting personally, face to face. But whatever we want to tell you, we are telling you through e-communication. In the same way, manufacturer they have e-communication with the help of internet, with the help of website, with the help of email and other social medias. Another point is sales promotion. There are exhibitions, there are sales promotion like salesmanship, one-to-one sale, advertising, publicity, so on and so forth. Then there are special media events, then advertising, then research and strategic planning. All this point comes under integrated marketing communication. Another important element in advertising is AIDA model. A stands for attention, I stands for interest, D stands for desire, and A stands for action. AIDA model was first started in America. American marketing and sales pioneer Elias Lewis is largely credited for developing the AIDA model. The design and development of advertising follows the AIDA formula. The effectiveness of advertising depends upon to what extent the advertising message is received and accepted by the target audience. In advertising, always they have a target audience, and target audience not just listen to advertisement, but it should create interest, it should create desire, and ultimately it must result in action, that is purchase of the product. Let's try to understand one by one what is the meaning of attention, interest, desire, and action. When I say attention, it is important to get the attention of the reader if he or she is going to read the rest of the message. Often, the headline attracts a customer attention. For example, you may have already won $1 lakh, etc. Or sometimes, hurry up, last 2 days. This creates the attention of the customers. Second one is interest. Keep the customer interested in what you have to say. Customers should be happy. They must be receptive in the advertising. Once you have a customer's attention, you need to keep it and build on it. What will your product or service do for them? Save time, save money, make them more attractive, so and so forth. So, advertisements should be such that it should create the interest. Customers should be happy, customers should be satisfied, customers should be attractive towards that product. So, first is attention, second one is interest, third is desire. You get the customer to want your product or service. The desire should be such that customer should feel purchasing your product. That strong desire should be created in the minds of the customer. The advertisement is doing its job if the customer starts to want the product or service. For example, the jeans will make you more beautiful. This car uses less gas or oil or petrol. These are some of the example. Another example is this is the best tasting pizza ever. So these slogans create desire, and finally it ultimately it results in purchasing the product. And the last is, first the attention is created, interest is created, desire is created, then definitely it leads to action. It results in action. Action means purchase the product. Customer should purchase the product. The customer buys the product or service. The advertiser makes it easy for the customer to get the product. For example, operators are standing by. Get free shipping from our website. We bet any price. Available at your local supermarket or home center. These are some of the examples which leads to action. This persuades, influence, this encourages customer to purchase the product immediately. So all these points, attention, interest, desire, and action are the points come under AIDA formula. Now I have given one in a pictorial form. So first is attention. That's a major part. Then it leads to interest, then desire, and finally action. I request all the students to by heart this answer, because most of the times this question is asked in the exam. I have given the example of attention. Now here this is example. Opening soon. Opening soon. Ravi Priya Mall. This is one example of attention. Another example is new holiday passes, theme park, enjoy 7-day or 21-day entry, buy now. So this creates attention in the minds, it attracts people attention. Next is interest. One example of car is given here. Wide open spaces meet wide open fun. This how interest is created about the car in the minds of the customer. And the final is desire. Two pictures I have given in a pictorial form. One is to purchase that particular product, and how this lady is happy to drink this particular product. So this is desire. Her desire is accomplished. So AIDA formula plays very important role in advertising world. I have given last pictorial form, that is action. Action is purchase. Either you purchase personally or you purchase online. But after the attention, interest, desire, finally action is created. You take action of purchasing the product. Apart from AIDA formula or model, there is another very interesting model, and that is called Dagmar approach. I feel you almost prepare this Dagmar approach nicely for the exam. Dagmar approach is the task of measuring advertising effectiveness as well as the objectives or goals of advertising. In 1961, Russell Colleck wrote a book under the sponsorship of the Association of National Advertisers called Defining Advertising Goals for Measured Advertising Result. The book has become known as the Dagmar approach. Very important. Those who are doing marketing, especially subject or specialization, they must know about Dagmar approach. Now Colleck distinguished 52 advertising goals that might be used with respect to a single advertising. Now let's try to understand what is this Dagmar approach. Now here D stands for defining, A stands for advertising, G stands for goals, M stands for measured, A stands for advertising, and R stands for result. In this approach, first stage is unaware. People are not aware about the product or service. Now, through advertising, awareness is created. So second one is awareness. Through awareness, comprehension, image is created. Attitude of the public is changed towards the product or service. And finally, it results in action. So Dagmar model also doing the same thing. It results in purchasing the product. Advertising effectiveness, it has very strong effect on the minds of the people. It changes the attitude. It creates awareness, comprehension, and image is created in the minds of the people or consumers or customers, and finally it leads to action, that is result. It results in purchasing the product. Now let's come to the next subtopic, that is called advertising agency. Advertising agency is an agency which takes the contract of advertising the product. Advertising, let's try to understand the meaning. An advertising agency or ad agency or advertising agency is a service based business dedicated to creating, planning, and handling advertisements and sometimes other forms of promotion for its clients. Now, there would be small business organizations or big business organizations. Big business have their own advertising department, so they look after advertising the product. But small business organization looks after their job of advertising is done by advertising agency. So advertising agency takes the contract, and those companies which are given the contract, they are called as clients. An advertising agency is independent from the client and provides an outside point of view to the effort of selling the client's product or service. An agency can also handle overall marketing and branding strategies and sales promotion for its clients. At the initial stage, the major role of advertising agency was to take the contract of advertising the product through different medias. Normally, advertising agency has rapport with different medias, copywriters. So they take the contract and they see that well advertisement is prepared as per the client's requirements. But nowadays, advertising agency is not just looking after the preparation of advertisement. Its role has changed little bit. Many times it looks after overall marketing. Even branding strategies and sales promotion strategies for the clients are done by advertising agency. In this competitive world, it is very difficult to survive in the market. And that's why every company, they do their advertising. The best advertisement plays very important role. But how best advertisement is created? For that you require best advertising agency. So agency plays a very important role in advertisement. They help the client, they guide the client, they help the client in such a way that they can, client or companies can have a tough competition. They can face tough competition in the market. These are some of the advertising agencies. Many times when we travel, we come across hoardings where it is written the smartest outdoor agency or global advertisers. And normally they give the contact numbers, contact details, and those who are interested, they go and meet this advertising agency. Another example of advertising agency is make the whole street yours. Now this is Nikon. Now you see a big board, and what they say, your advertise goes here. So these people, they take the contract of advertising the product and they charge for that, but they do their best advertisement. Another example of advertisement production is Glamster. Glamster Production House Private Limited. Now this Glamster, they prepare the advertisement. Those who are interested, they contact this Glamster. If companies, business want to advertise their product in print media, in broadcasting media, or whatever media, digital media, this Glamster Production House Private Limited takes the contract of advertising the product and they try to create brand image in the market. Let's try to understand the functional departments of advertising agency. So there are various departments, there are various functional departments of advertising agency. First is contact department. So as I told you earlier, normally contact number is given on the banner or hoarding, and If you contact them, they will look after your advertisement. This contact department also contact big business houses, small big business houses, and they try to convince them so that they will get the contract of advertising. So first is contact department. Second is media department. Now there are various medias. So from agency, there are people. They look after this media. They contact newspapers, contact television channels, contact various webs or e-commerce, different medias they contact. So second functional department is media department. First I said contact department, second one is media department, third is copy department. Copy is created. If company wants to make the advertisement, that copy is important. Copy could be in a printed form, copy could be skit, copy could be like a street play, copy where advertising message is given. So it has to be beautifully prepared. So copy is important, another functional department of advertising agency. Next is art department. Artist, banners, illustration plays very important role in advertising. If advertisement is shown through pictorial form, it is more effective, more powerful. So this art department is another functional department of advertising agency. Now there is a production department where actually advertisement is created. Advertisement is created with the help of this copy, art. Now in art, copy, different visualizers are there, photographers are there, artists are there. With the help of these people, final layout of the advertisement is prepared and production department finalizes the advertisement. Now another functional department of advertising agencies, research department. Now advertising research is very important. It helps a lot to every business organization. They require such marketing research. Now advertising research is one of the important part of marketing research. So through advertising research, company comes to know what their competitors are preparing the advertisement, whether it is effective or not, whether media which is used by the advertisement is powerful or not. So they come to know through this research department. Research department collect the data. Research department find out the problems. Research department try to get solutions or remedy for every advertising problem. Suppose advertisement is given through print media, but it is not effective. Suppose advertisement is broadcasted, it comes on television many times, but people are not affected. There is no effect on sales. Sales volume doesn't increase. So in this situation, this research department try to find out the reasons why advertisement is not effective. What are the reasons and what are the remedies? They find out the remedies also. Next advertising agency functional department is accounting and finance department. Like every organization, here also you require accounting and finance people, those who prepare the statements, those who look after the bills, banks, cash, ledger, so on and so forth. So accounts and finance department prepares the final account, balance sheet, trial balance. They handle all types of accounts which are related to advertising agency. Next is public relation department, PRO. In every organization there is a PRO. In big advertising agency, they have public relations department and they have a rapport with public. They communicate with people from outside. They communicate with government organizations. They communicate with customers. Suppose sometimes there is a rumor about any product or service. So public relation department looks after solving that issue. You must be remembering before some years in one of the chocolate company, I think Cadbury, there was a news in the on the television that some people found worms in the that Cadbury chocolate. Suddenly, next day, in every newspaper, this news came and it resulted in the loss. 40% market came down on that particular day. So I still remember after that day, immediately this Cadbury company had published their stand in all the newspapers and they told public that this is rumor. Somebody has done purposely to spoil the name of the company. So public relations department plays a very important role. Next is office management. Yeah, ongoing office correspondence, administration is very important in a advertising agency too. So office management in that all the people, administrative staff looks after the managing company. So in general, these are some of the functional departments. I'll repeat once again the functional departments of advertising agency. Number one is contact department, second one is media department, third one is copy department, fourth one is art department, fifth one is production department, sixth one research department, seventh one accounting and finance department, eighth one public relations department, ninth one office management. So in general, these are various functional department of advertising agency. Now let's go to the next. The measures of gaining clients. How you get the clients? There are many advertising agencies, but if a particular advertising agency want to attract the clients, what should be done? So there are some measures for gaining clients. First, very important point is customer loyalty. Customer loyalty is very important. If client is happy with advertising agency, he will not leave the advertising agency. He will that company will tell other companies also to do their advertisement from the same advertising agency. So customer loyalty is very important. Whenever customer needs means clients needs any guidance, any direction, advertising agency has to provide. Next is service. 24-hour service. If 24-hour service is provided to the clients, clients will be happy. Then quality of service is another important point. You approach the advertising agency, they will pick up the phone. Sometimes their phone is ringing, but nobody is picking up the phone. So it leads to dissatisfaction. So service, but quality service is another important point. Next is satisfaction. Clients should be satisfied and utmost care should be taken of the client. They should be helped whenever there is a need. There should be support from advertising agency and trust should be created by advertising agency. Some more points are given here, like customer loyalty. Customer loyalty comprises of service, then support, then feedback, then based on feedback action, then quality of the service, it leads to satisfaction, it leads to reward. So in general, if any advertising agency they want to gain clients, they should keep in mind that customer loyalty, proper service, support, satisfactory service should be the part of advertising agency. Now sometimes some clients leave the advertising agency. So let's try to understand what are the reasons why some clients leave the advertising agency, or another word, why these advertising agencies are losing the clients. Just try to understand one by one. There are various reasons. Number one is poor communication problem between client and agency. Yeah, sometimes there is a communication problem. It is called a poor communication problem. See, client and agency, there must be good communication all the time. As I told you earlier, whenever client contacts the agency should be ready, available. If they don't pay attention towards the client, then they will lose interest, they will be dissatisfied, and finally it will lead to leave the advertising agency. Second point is clients dissatisfaction with agency performance with regards to advertising quality or service. The quality, as I mentioned earlier, and the service should be good. The performance of the advertising agency should be best. Sometimes the performance of the advertising agency is not good. It leads to dissatisfaction among the clients. And once the clients are dissatisfied, if they are not happy with the advertising agency, time comes they will leave the organization, or they will leave the advertising agency. Third point is personality clashes between the client and agency personnel, means agency workers, those who are working in the advertising agency. It is natural that conflict may create, sometimes may be created, but it's always good to handle the crisis in a proper manner. So it is very important from the point of view of advertising agency that they should not encourage any type of conflict or clashes between client and agency workers. Agency workers or personnel should be trained in such a way that they will face the client in a proper manner. Sometimes there may be something wrong from the client's point of view, or client might have made the mistake. But if advertising agency want their clients to continue with them, then that should be adjusted in a proper manner. Next is unrealistic client demand, which reduce the accounts profitability for the agency. Unrealistic client demand, client expect something more, expectations are high. So if expectations are high, in less amount, client wants their advertisement to come on television, or with less amount, client wants their advertisement on front page of magazine or newspaper. It is not possible. So sometimes unrealistic client demands are there. So clients should be properly told nicely. There should be counseling done by advertising agency that whatever clients are demanding, that is not correct. So sometimes unrealistic client demands, which leads to losing the client. Next is new managers in client's organization may want to use an agency with which they already have established ties. Yeah, that's possible. Sometimes new managers comes in the company, and that manager, he has already good rapport with some other agencies, so he may not continue with the new companies, this advertising agency. So when new manager is appointed, sometimes there is a possibility that he may not continue with the same agency. Another point is often when agencies merge, there is a conflict of interest as two close competitors may be on the merged agency's account list. Yeah, this is what happens. Sometimes in the market you are a competitor, but competitors advertising agency they come together, then there is a problem for you all. So this leads to losing the clients. These are some of the examples of how the clients they leave the organization, or these are the reasons of losing the clients by advertising agency. Now let's try to understand what are the criteria for selecting an advertising agency. See, we take many decisions in life. So there is a criteria. While taking any important decision, there is some criteria. So based on that criteria, we take the decision. Even advertising agency is selected by company. But before they select advertising agency, there is some criteria. So this is called criteria for selecting an advertising agency. Let's try to understand one by one what are the criteria. Point number one says size of the agency. So if advertising agency size is very big, it's very big company, then ordinary or small business unit may not go to them. Second one is relevant experience of the agency. Nowadays, there is a tough competition in the market. So, company or business organization, before they decide any advertising agency, they first find out the experience of advertising agency. If it is good experience or well experienced, then definitely they will try to contact that advertising agency. But advertising agency having less experience, these clients may not go for that. Third is conflicts of interest. As I told you earlier, conflicting situation, conflicts of interest, this definitely leads to loss. This leads to dissatisfaction. So while choosing the advertising agency, this point also play very important role. Next is creative reputation and capabilities. Every marketer, every company, they check the creativity of the advertising agency. Now in everyday newspaper you see, or on television you see Amul. Amul is a great brand in India. So the way it is advertised, the way creativity is used, that is highly appreciable. So creative reputation and capabilities also another point, that is another criteria while selecting an advertising agency. Many companies they are attracted towards creative advertising agencies, and there are certain advertising agencies. I gave the example of Amul, but some advertising agency they are really creative, they are dynamic in nature, they are innovative, they bring something new. Sometimes their advertisements are so attractive, sometimes slogan are so nice, or sometimes the pictorial from or the illustration which are prepared, which are created so beautiful, or even the communication, the role play, the copy which is created by agency is sometimes really excellent, which attracts many companies to advertise their product through these agencies. So this is another uh, point. Creative reputation and capabilities is another point while selecting advertising agency. Next is production capabilities. Sometimes company capacity is less, company's overall business capacity is less, so it may not go for big advertising agency. Next is services available. some advertising agency that are helping company to create brand image in the market. Some companies they do marketing research or advertising research. These are very important services which are needed by modern companies. So advertising agencies which are giving such services, normally companies are attracted towards them. And this is another very important criteria while selecting an advertising agency. I said services availability. As I mentioned earlier the main role was just prepare the advertisement, that's all. But now, not just creation of advertisement, apart from that, advertising research, branding, helping company to expand their market. These are some of the services which are given by advertising agency. So this is another criteria for selecting an advertising agency. Next is client retention rates and personal chemistry. It depends upon the client, depends upon the company to company. So depends upon company's personnel or marketing manager or advertising manager or the CEO, they select the advertising agency. But selection of advertising agency is very important. You just can't go for whatever advertising agency is available. Every company has to decide the criteria, and based on that criteria, advertising agency is selected. Now let's go for advertising accreditation. Now, what is the meaning of accreditation? Accreditation is a process of quality assurance that determines whether an institution meets established standards for function, structure, and performance. Yeah. So every advertising agency has to maintain the standard. They must function properly. Their performance should be best. So that is checked, that is accredited by independent agency. So that comes under advertising agency accreditation. And normally agency after accreditation which gets good ranking, normally big business houses they are attracted to such high ranking advertising agency. So advertising agency is accredited on the basis of their service, on the basis of their performance, on the basis of their media, and in general the rapport which they have with the clients. So based on that they are accredited, and this accreditation is very important. So dear friends, today we have discussed many points. I'll just tell you once again what we have discussed today. Today I told you about the integrated marketing communication, that is IMC, and I told you the meaning of IMC. In general, I told you that marketing strategies, integrated marketing communication is related to marketing strategic goals. Then it creates brand image. It's related to promotion mix. So that is the first topic, integrated marketing communication, which we have studied today. Then we have discussed various elements of marketing communication, IMC. So I told you public relations, social media, trade shows, direct marketing, web development, sales promotion, special media events, advertising, research and strategic planning. These are the points which you have studied under the elements or the factors or determinants of integrated marketing communication. Then I told you one of the very important model in advertising, that is AIDA. And in AIDA, I explain these four important points. That is A. A is related to attention. Then I is interest. Then desire, D for desire, and the last is A, that is action. So after attention, there should be interest, it should lead to desire, and finally, it must result in action, that is purchasing the product. Next, I told you about Dagmar model. Dagmar. Now, it is also another very important point in your advertising subject. In Dagmar model, I told you D for stands for defining, A stands for advertising, G stands for goal, M stands for measure, A stands for advertising, and R stands for results. And in general, Dagmar model is related to the customer. First point is unaware. Customer is unaware about the product. Then awareness is created. Then third is comprehension and image. Fourth is attitude. Attitudinal changes takes place. And the last is action. So in Dagmar model also, the final stage is action. Afterwards, I have discussed with you advertising agency. The important role played by advertising agency. I told you advertising agency is a service based business dedicated to creating, planning, and handling advertising for its clients. So in an advertising agency, clients also come. Clients give their contract. Advertising agency take their contract. On behalf of clients, they advertise the product, and finally they get money or charges because they do this service. Now, we have also discussed different advertising agencies. I gave the example of global advertisers, then Nikcom Advertising. I also told you the example of Glamster Production House Private Limited. And there are hundreds of advertising. If you check on internet, you will come across. Or even if you are traveling by train or by a highway, you come across different advertising agencies. Next point we have discussed is functional departments of advertising agency. So there are various functional areas like contact department, media department, copy department, art department, production department, research department, accounting and finance department, public relations department, office management department, so on and so forth. So these are all functional departments of advertising agency. I also talked about measures for gaining clients, how to get the clients. Advertising agency must find out clients, but what is expected? So first is customer loyalty, then service quality, then care, help, support, trust, integrity, so on and so forth. These are some of the measures for gaining clients. Next is reasons for losing clients. Why customers, these clients leave the advertising agency? So I have explained different reasons behind losing the clients. First was poor communication problem. Second one was clients' dissatisfaction with agency performance. Third, personality crisis. Fourth is unrealistic client demand. Fifth is new managers in client organization who may be wanting to use an agency with which they already have established ties. Next, last point is often when agencies merge, there is a conflict of interest as two close competitors may be on the merged agency's account list. So these are some of the points or the reasons of losing the clients. I also talked to you about criteria for selecting an advertising agency. I explain one by one point. I'll just repeat the points once again. Point number one is size of the agency. Second one, relevant experience of the agency. Experience of the agency is very important. Third is conflicts of interest. Fourth, creative reputation and capabilities. Yeah, I told you about creativity, and I gave some examples. I gave the example of Amul. So, creative reputation and capabilities is another important point. Then, production capabilities, media purchasing capabilities, other services available. Then, last 2 points are related to client himself, client retention rates, and personal chemistry. These are some of the points which are related to criteria for selecting advertising agency. And the last point was related to accreditation of advertising agency. And accredited, it is checked. Advertising agency's performance is checked, its standards are checked, its functions are checked, and in general, they are accredited. So, best accredited agency gets the invitation or offer from big business houses. So today we have discussed about IMC and advertising agency. This topic was taught long back. I have just repeated it again so that those who are absent for the lecture, they will come to know. Finally, I just want to tell you, I'll put another video in near future, and we are going to discuss some more topics related to advertising during this lockdown period. Don't waste time. Try to find out information from internet, and whatever clarification you require, you just let me know through WhatsApp. But don't waste time. Make use the best use of this time during this corona and lockdown period. May God bless you. I pray that may God keep you and your family safe, and may God bless you abundantly. Good night.